Sandwich.
Today is the Reverend Bill Cruz. Reverend Bill is the founder of the Exodus Foundation that assists homeless and abandoned youth and other people in need. Bill was a member of the team that created the first 24-hour crisis centre in Australia, established the first program to reunite adoptees and birth parents, and he built the first program to assist parents who were reaching the point of child abuse. In 1992, Bill was voted Father of the Year and also Humanitarian of the Year. Would you please welcome Bill, and Bill, could ask him to come forward.
Huge flag, and I've been down at the Rocks and a few other places today, and there's all these people coming together for Australia Day. But I kind of get the feeling sometimes we don't quite know how to celebrate it. We're not quite sure just how to do it. And when you think of all those countries where you get all those jingoistic kind of attitudes and rah, 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 and this and that and the other, aren't you glad we don't? Aren't you glad we don't? Because while all of that rah, rah, rah is going on in other places, we can actually get on with the job of being Australian. That's what we can get on with the job of being. And the other day, two stories to make you think. Two stories. While they're all doing this jingoistic stuff, At Exodus at Ashfield in the last couple of weeks, we've had two big celebrations. One was for an old, homeless, mad street person who for years had been wandering the streets, muttering and this and that and the other. And we decided we'd all pull out all the stops and work on him and try and get him a place of his own. And so we did, and finally we got him a place. And he moved into his place, and you can imagine the time he paid his first week's rent, it was a great emotional experience for him to come out and give the rent money. And we'd organised from then on it to just be taken out of his pension. He didn't have a pension before. I don't know how he survived, but anyway, so here he is, and we did all that. We had the celebration as he paid his first rent, and there was all these tears and everything. And he gets up and he says, do you know, he says, do you know, in this place where I'm living now, he said, in this place where I'm living now, they got a coffee pot on the stove all the time. All the time, he said. I can have a cup of coffee whenever I want. Makes us think about when we worry about mortgage payments, doesn't it? Then there was another fella, comes in and out to the main office all the time, homeless street fella. All the time. Any mail for me? No. Any mail? No. Day in, day out, week in, week out. No. Then he got a letter. One day he got a letter. And as he took the letter away, he said, makes you feel real to get mail. While everybody else can be doing all those jingoistic things, the real work of being Australian can go on. And when one of the other street person saw the man who's getting his cups of coffee whenever he wants, she came up to one of our workers and said, I want what he's got. I want what he's got. Not what he's got, but what he's got. And 6 months later, she was in the place. And I think that's what Australia can really offer. We can offer real stuff. Real stuff, you know. We can offer people a chance to build a new life, a chance to leave all the old wars and all of those sorts of dramas. We can offer people a chance to leave all of that and build a new life. And at times it rocks and wobbles a bit like we do about boat people and this and that and the other, but in general we can offer people a new life. And I think sometimes we forget that the European people, before they came here, they got it on the map and they called this place the great southland of the Holy Spirit. And the Aboriginal people, who kind of got dispossessed in all of that, called this the great land of the dreaming. And I think somehow that's what we are. We're the great land of the dreaming, which with the help of the Holy Spirit or whatever inclination you have, we can build new lives for people who didn't think they had one. Thanks very much. Thank you.
Well, happy Australia Day to everybody, particularly to our Australia Day Ambassador, Reverend Bill Cruz, who is experiencing this unusual tag team match between Dean Vitters, the Parramatta footballer who did the morning shift, and of course Reverend Bill's doing the afternoon shift. May I make a special mention and a warm welcome to Tanya Gadio, our state member, Ross Cameron, today our federal member present. We have councillors, Councillor Chris Worthington, Councillor Paul Barber, Councillor Maureen Walsh, Councillor Jeff Roberson, Councillor Cheng Lim, Councillor Lorraine Wern present. Also the General Manager of Parramatta City Council, John Nish, is present, and we're lucky enough to have Justin Gregory representing Woolworths and his fiancée Joanne, and they actually support the Australia Day Ambassador Program. So a very warm welcome to all those people who take the time to actually attend this wonderful theatre this afternoon. And two distinguished guests, the rest of us, ladies and gentlemen. I wish to acknowledge at this point the traditional owners of the land that we're on, the people of the Parramatta clan of the Parramatta district, people who represent the oldest living culture on earth. You know, our Indigenous people are an ancient people whose stories, whose customs and beliefs enrich our whole society. I'm very proud of it, to the point where Dean Witters, who did the morning show this morning, represents an Aboriginal person and a great face for Parramatta. And Parramatta is a great place and a great Aboriginal name, which stands next to places like Coogee and Bondi, one of the icons in Sydney, if not Australia. I'd also like to acknowledge the recent passing of Molly Kelly-Craig, a person who epitomises to me everything great about the Aboriginal struggle. A woman, of course, you may have seen the movie A Rabbit Proof Fence, and that is in fact the story of her life. Ladies and gentlemen, on this Australia Day, all people extend, I'm sure, in Parramatta, extend our support to our fellow families across Australia who are suffering from bushfires, suffering from abnormal drought, and of course even most recently flooding.
Thank you very much, Lord Mayor. And as the Lord Mayor said, it's a chance for Parramatta and the city to recognise those people who take that extra step. The first category today is an inaugural award, to be known in the future as well as today as the Lord Mayor's Achievement Award. And we have two recipients, two younger people. Firstly, Miss Kayte Hodgson. Is Kayte with us today?
Yep.
Kayte, would you like to come forward, please? Kayte Hodgson is hearing impaired, but this has not stopped her making her mark, so to speak. Kayte is an inspiration and provides a positive role model to all students at Catherine Mccauley School, Westmead. Kayte was nominated by a teacher, Mr. Paul Marks. One of Mr. Marks's comments was, Kayte has given outstanding contributions to the life of her school. Kayte performed the ordinary things extraordinarily well. She has been the social justice captain, and organiser of the school's Amnesty International Committee, and she's also been a role model to other hearing impaired students at the school. Congratulations, Kate, on winning this award. The Lord Mayor is at great pains to ensure that we have gender balance this afternoon, so our next recipient